and did everything nasty up under this motherfucking sun. And now we back strangers again. That shit just don't sit right with me.
Nah, bro, that's just women. And you know why it doesn't sit right with you? Because you're a man. You know, a lot of women try to act like the moment you lay down with them, you're not really getting it or you don't really care. But most men, if they could lay down with you and make that connection, they want to be there. But like you said, just as quick as they could lay down with you and do everything nasty under the sun, they ready to just move along and you just act like you're not going to start that whole process with another person. See, one of the biggest things you have to learn and understand is that women like to conveniently forget. Can you go back to the beginning when you first started talking to a female and building your start when she was giving you that representative and lying through her teeth? I don't play about my womb and family this and family that, but then every time you go to her social media, you find out what she really is. Everything she says is a joke and a derogatory language towards family. Oh, I'm 31 and I got 0 children. Just bragging about it. But behind closed doors, I don't play about my womb. Papa this and papa that. And every time you see a bug, she want the world to know how many children she ain't got. Well, you got to count abortions too. And let's just keep it a stack. You absolutely do play about your womb if you're going to keep making the same steps that equal more partners. I'm going to say that again. You absolutely do play about your womb, delusional mug. If you're going to keep making the same steps and going through the same cycles, and you're not woman enough, because we all want to blame these men. No, a lot of y'all women walk away from stuff that you really, if you put your pride away and you actually be mature, you know dang on well that was a good situation, a willing situation. But you want to do what you want to do, and a lot of times what they want to do is to move out here however they want to move. Shoot, you got a whole place called Twin Peaks where broads will sit up there and serve you and be in their lingerie. You think that's cool with whoever they went back to the crib? Oh, or do they have anybody? It's the most delusional thing I've ever seen in my life. But they gonna have other partners if they can't make it work with you. So you do play about your woman. Delusional mom. And a lot of y'all that are bragging about not being a mama ever, oh, you were a mama, you just was a murderer too. So for all the ones that have said, I don't play about my womb, bruh, sound like you ran across a few. And since they like to conveniently forget, it's easy for them to put other men behind them. Like, they literally say things out their mouth that tells on them and exposes that they've had multiple penises. But, they try to act like if I could forget it, then it never happened. And I can act like I'm a virgin out here. And this is why a woman with children is a whole nother level. A single mother, whole nother level, because she can't lie and say she's a virgin. She can't act like she's only been with certain people and all this other stuff. She can try it. But you have to let people talk to expose their spirit. You feel like you feel because you're a real man. And there are more disciplined men ready to wife these women and be with them faithfully than most are willing to ever admit. You see this? This is what we do as men. You know? A little peek at my semi-truck here. This is what we do, man. This is what we do. Negative temperatures, negative degrees. Broads will be snuggled under covers. You be to had children with them. They ain't even, you know, y'all ain't even together. You talking about strangers who tried with somebody that you actually been married to. But there's a common theme here. You out here in this, they snuggled up under covers and they always got complaints, right? So all I can say to you is, bro, count your blessings, man, because you're in the beginning stages. You know, I was watching a podcast the other day, 2 females on the podcast, I think it was 8 at the table. And they were literally, one of the females was literally on there going, just making all kinds of complaints about how men just don't know how to date out here, because they shouldn't be. No man should be dating y'all after wrestling with this every day. And 9 times out of 10, the moment you say dating, that means that you're a professional out here. You like to move around and play games and get experiences from men and women. Because I want y'all to understand, when you out here doing all this hard work, putting your life on the line, risking it all, just so you can beg a woman to spend your money on them, and your resources on them, while you compete with the memories and the experiences they've been through with men and women licking on that cat. Yes, they have nothing but a deep black hole in their spirit that's missing something to where they can't keep nothing. Get with you, legs up, swallow this, do that. Looking in mirrors, linked over, touching toes, swallowing you. I've ever been swallowed. I've ever been swallowed. They doing all of that and act like you didn't never exist, because you know what? You're succubus. And brother, you better learn a lesson. And use scallywags and concubines for what you're supposed to use scallywags and concubines for. And stop moving out here like a scallywag is a wife. Don't matter how much she said. It don't matter how much you impregnate these broads. A wife is what she is. A concubine is what she is. Scallywag is what she is. A female is what she is. A queen is what she is, and a lady. We ain't got a lot of ladies out here, but everybody just calling people young ladies and all this stuff. Lady is like one of the most prestigious titles you can have. You got to do your research and your study on that. Brothers, never be out here feeling guilty or feeling some type of way after one of these broads have walked away from you and she's giving herself every kind of excuse. We just view life different and all of that stuff. Yeah, your little plan is what your plan was going to always be. You go out there and keep building your roster of Negroes, that because you want to be filled up with multiple rods while you act like you don't play about your womb. Brothers, don't ever feel down on yourself or feel guilty on yourself because you hold a broad's feet to the fire and you hold accountability right in her face for the things she said, but then quick to run out the door. Matter of fact, I'm gonna always be here, Papa. Why you hesitant? Why you doing this? Why you won't come at me? I'm always be here, Papa. I got us, and all this other little stuff. Whoo, you better, don't be bad. Don't be in your feelings. Whew. And so, yeah, bruh, I know it hurts. I know it's tough. But y'all stop dating these bras. Stop dating them. Use them for what they're supposed to be used for. And move on. So we ain't got time to play with her. We out. And we not just out, but we out in this. How many inches is this? Dang. I ain't got time to play with it, baby. I'm out.
Goodbye, Grace.
I'm up out of here. I ain't gonna play with her. I'm out, baby.
Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.